welcome to A Quest for Metal, and welcome to my doom, because we are doing Anthrax ranked. That's right, we're ranking Anthrax albums from my least favourite to my favourite, and it may not be to everyone's cup of tea, but that's okay, because you guys, you know, you're cool, right? You're not going to start, like, pissing your panties or anything, start screaming, sure, right, the metal fans are fine. Yeah, joking aside, this is all, opinion-based, just like all these lists. Your favourite might be someone else's least favourite. Who fucking cares? It's all a ranking, it's all for fun. So with that bullshit out the way, let's talk about some Anthrax albums, shall we? We're going to be doing a ranking from least worst to worst. No, we're doing a ranking from the worst to the best in the discography. So I want you guys as well to pop down in the comments what's your favourite Anthrax album, what's your least favourite, and let's just rip the band-aid off and go straight in with my two least favourite albums by the band, which are albums I don't really want to return to and didn't really leave a lasting impression on me, and are also fan-fucking-favourites. Oh boy! My least favourite is Persistence of Time. That's correct, Persistence of Time is my least favourite Anthrax album. Yep, stop. Okay, stop screaming, you little shits. Bedtime for you. This one and the next one, to me, very lifeless, very just boring. Like, I never found the joy in either of these albums, which I'm going to talk about. Joey's vocals, great on me at times. He's not my favourite vocalist in Anthrax. I much prefer John Bush, if I'm being honest, which is probably going to spoil some stuff for later on in the list. And these two ones are the worst ones of the Joey area, in my opinion. I think the later albums they did, the newer ones, like Worship Music and stuff, so much better. So many better ideas and better songs in than these two. And the next one is going to be State of Euphoria. Dislike this as well. It's got a bit more high points than Persistence of Time, just because it's a bit... I don't know, it's just a bit fresher, it's a bit nicer to listen to. Whereas Persistence of Time has this just boring... side the entire album. I just bored the entire goddamn album. As soon as I press play on it, I'm just like, ugh, is this still on? Keep it in the family? What the fuck is... Dislike it. These two albums, never been a big fan of. Re-listened to them for this ranking. Still don't like them. What can I say? It's taste and stuff. Not a big fan of these. Never will be. Next. So next up is Stomp 442, that's right, the one that everyone shits on, the one with John Bush, and it is the worst John Bush album. I dislike both those albums I mentioned, I still dislike this one. Even though I love John Bush more, this album is just not that good. It's not that good. I do like the sound of it a bit better than the two ones I mentioned. It's a bit edgier, it's a bit just meatier, like riffier, but I feel like they did it better on another album, which we'll get to. This one's just full of ideas and none of them really land. So although I like the sound of it, the execution is terrible. So, again, not a big fan of this album. Alright, now we're on to albums I enjoy. So, negativity out the way. Let's calm ourselves. Fistful of Metal is next. That's right, the debut by Anthrax, which is a fantastic album. So from here on out, I really enjoy these albums. And this one is amazing. Aside from the album cover, like, what the fuck is going on in the album cover? The fist just bursting through his mouth like someone's anus. Pretty cool. Yeah, some people's favourites. This is the more thrashier, punkier, just in-your-face Motorhead-like album by the band. It's rough around the edges, it's raw, and it's bloody good. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoy this one. If you want something just fast, furious, and in your face, then Fistful of Metal has you covered, and you'll get a fistful of fucking metal when you listen to it. Next to that is Sound of White Noise. Yep. Another quite underrated album. A lot of people are saying that it's one of the best, and I disagree, obviously, because it's here, middle of the list, but I still really enjoy it. I do think more people should check it out. It has this kind of sound. It's when John Bush joined the band, and they kind of changed direction, changed sound, so a lot of people kind of dismissed the album entirely, saying that, oh, if it's not Joey Belladonna, it's not Anthrax. Fuck off. This album's great. Go re-listen to it. It's actually really fun. And go watch some of the live videos. So good. I've seen Anthrax live a couple of times. I've seen them with John Bush and I've seen them with Joey. And both knock it out of the park. So, Sound of White Noise. It's a great, underrated album that everyone should go recheck out. Next up is Volume 8, The Threat is Real. Some people's last plays it over this high. Oh my god, oh my god. I think it's great. I love the chunky guitars on here. It sounds so powerful. Like, it's kind of groovy. It's less thrashy and it's more groovy, which I kind of like about it. I kind of like the groovy nature of it. The songs are sick. I love them. The song titles are a bit cringy. The lyrics are a bit strange, but I don't really listen to music for lyrics anyway. My favourite genre is atmospheric black metal, and raw black metal, and black metal. So I'm not really in it for the fucking lyrics. I don't care, you know. I wouldn't listen to Dying Fetus if I was into the lyrics. But this is fine, you know. Lyrics aside, the music is actually crunchy. It's fun. It's headbangable, and it's exactly what I enjoyed from the Bush era. So yeah. I like it. I know, surprise. But I really like this album. Next up is For All Kings, the latest album by Anthrax, which is so good. So good. So much better than some of the early stuff, in my opinion. It feels like Testament, like the later Testament albums where they just got better and better. Kind of more progressive in nature in some of the songs. Cooler ideas. It's kind of like that. They're always progressing. They're always getting better. And I think For All Kings just improves on that. But in terms of songwriting, in terms of song catchiness, kind of a step down from worship music. Kind of a step down. But that being said, it's still one of the best newer thrash albums, and I'd pit it against like Repentless and shit like that. I think it's probably better than that. So yeah, For All Kings, it's great. And I just mentioned it, but worship music is next, which is even better. So from here on out, I love these albums. Those ones, pretty good. The first one's shit. These ones, yeah, I can enjoy. Worship music has so many catchy songs. The catchability on this album is infectious. That's not even anything. Questy's hungover, okay? Questy is hungover. Yeah, worship music. It's catchable. It's fun. It's funky. I love it. All the songs on here, you just bop your head along to it, and it's gravy. And speaking of diseases, spreading the disease is next. Spreading the fucking disease. Classic. When I listen to this and then straight on to you know the other one, straight onto that, I loved it. Both these albums like a 1-2 punch. Holy shit! Spreading the Disease has so many good songs on, and it's got that raw kind of classic thrash sound. Like, you know when you say like, oh, the classic thrash albums, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, Rain in Blood, Rust in Peace. That Spreading the Disease fits in perfectly along those albums. And it's one of the best Anthrax albums of all time, so that's why it's so goddamn fucking high. But it's not quite my number 2 or 1. This is a hard one. I don't know which one to pick, but I'm gonna go with my heart for this one, okay? Number two is Weve Come for You All. Now, I really wanted to put this number 1 as kind of like a haha, I'm so unique and original, but it's not my favourite. I love it, but it's not my favourite. The reason this is so high compared to a lot of the others is it's the first Anthrax album I ever heard. I saw them with John Bush play a lot of songs from here. Safe Home's a masterpiece. It's probably the first Anthrax song I heard. I love it. It's like Pantera 2.0, and if you're missing some Pantera in your life, go listen to this. Because it's better than some of the fucking Pantera albums, to be honest. Not as good as Power Metal, though. That's a masterpiece. Yeah, I love this album. His singing is on point. The sound design is on point. Every song is catchy. Every song is memorable. Every song is crunchy. I just want to headbang to this fucking album. It's not thrash metal, though. So I can understand why people don't like it. They want the classic thrash shit. So they just ignore everything else. But that's silly. That's a silly way of thinking. Listen to everything, then form your own judgment. If you don't like it then fucking who cares? I don't care. You dislike whatever you want. For me, I love this album. I think every song hits. I think every song's a masterpiece, and I could easily put it as number 1. But it's not Among the Living. Among the Living... A living? Questy's gone mad again. Among the Living is my number 1. It's my number 1. It's a number 1 for a lot of people, and for good reason. I didn't want to be that guy and put it as number 1, because everyone has it as number 1. But in my heart, it's the fucking best. I can't deny it. It's the best album by Anthrax. It's not even fucking close. Every song on here is a hit. Every song on here is an amazing live song by Anthrax. Every song on here slaps. Yeah, Among the Living is one of the best thrash albums of all time, and it's my number 1 Anthrax album. So there we go. controversial list aside, how do you guys like Anthrax? What's your favourite Anthrax album? What's your least favourite? Do you agree with my video? We'll see. Let me know down below, and I'll see you again on another Quest for Metal.